Welcome everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks a million. Appreciate that. Let's dive into it. So this week in the market, next week in the market, what can we expect? Let's take a look at what the president just said. Let's play this clip right here.
Very, very big announcement to make, like as big as it gets, and I won't tell you on what, but it's gonna, and it's very positive. I'd tell you if it was negative or positive. I can't keep that out. It is really, really positive. And that announcement will be made either Thursday or Friday or Monday before we leave. But it'll be one of the most important announcements that have been made in many years about a certain subject.
All right, you guys. So how do we decipher all of that? So he tells us that he has a big announcement, the biggest ever, coming up, but he can't tell us what it is. But it's going to be the biggest announcement that anybody has ever made in years. Okay. Very, very important announcement. So, if we look at what's going on now, right? So, tomorrow we have FOMC. All right, so the Fed chair, Jerome Powell, he will be speaking tomorrow. All right, that's number one. The president says that Thursday or Friday or maybe Monday, we'll get this big news. All right, so if we look at the psychology here, right? So if there has been talk about people on the inside benefiting from information that only they would be made aware of. You know, they're on the inside, we're all on the outside. We don't get those exclusive press releases, or not press releases, but we don't get the exclusive whispers that they get. So I'm thinking like this. Since the markets have been pumping up, they've been dumping, pumping more, dumping more. If the people on the inside are, and we're talking about the 1%, the super elite wealthy people, all right, for them to make money, they have to know something that we don't know. Does that make sense? Like, they make money from knowing what we don't know. So I'm just thinking, like, if he's telling the public, us, what's on the horizon, how much truth can be there, because the markets don't work like everyone makes money together. There has to be a bunch of losers in order for there to be a bunch of winners. You know, you need buyers and sellers. Okay, so I'm thinking like this. Now, FOMC is tomorrow. So let's just say, I'm looking at it like this. Okay, let's just, because it's a lot to unpack, but either, because when you hear that, people might think, let's get into the market, let's start buying. So either next week, either this week it'll be good news, Thursday or Friday or Monday, and then after it'll be bad news, or either the good news won't come this week, which will be bad news, and then next week good news will come out, like later on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. So, you know, either way, something's gonna be unbalanced, because I just don't see, let's just say everyone gets into the market tomorrow and everyone rushes in Thursday. Then Thursday afternoon we get great news. And then everyone makes some money together. I just don't see it happening like that. I just think that, you know, like I said again, FOMC is tomorrow, so the market will move tomorrow for sure. But either what he said is not going to happen when he said it, which is going to be what? Bad news, right? which will make the market do what? Go down. Then the insiders will buy, while we all sell. And then after that, it'll pump up. So the insiders who bought at the bottom or at the low, they'll make money, and then we'll be left behind because they'll already be in. Okay, so that could happen. Or what he says is going to happen happens. The good news announcement comes out, but after that, some bad news comes. So either way, you guys, smooth sailing, I don't know. I can't count on it because this market has been super volatile. And again, we have to think about psychology. If you are the puppet master, and you're the 1%, you're controlling the market, you have the power to manipulate the market, you're not going to give people, if you give people information, they're not in it to benefit us. So if we get information, how can we truly and 100% believe in the information if we know that they're trying to take our money? Okay, these market makers, the 1%, the people who control and manipulate the market, they need us to lose money. So why would, when he comes out and says that good news will be coming up, I just think that there's something there, you guys. Again, this is not financial advice. I could be dead wrong about this, and good news could come out Friday morning, and everyone just makes money without no hiccups. But like I said, and then we can come back to this video and we can see if I was right or wrong. But I feel like either what he said, the Thursday, Friday, or Monday announcement will come, and then the markets will pump up, and after that, a few days later, a week later, bad news will come, or what he says won't happen. The market will fall, and then after that, some good news will come, and the market will pump. So guys, we got to be very careful. If you are a swing trader, if you get contracts and hold them for a couple days, a couple weeks, be very careful jumping in to buying contracts this week. Okay, be very careful, because we don't know what's going to happen. We really don't know, and we have to protect our assets, protect your capital. All right, so I just wanted to put this video out here as a warning, because a lot of people, this pumping and dumping of the market, a lot of those insiders made a lot of money over the past few months doing that. So we have to be careful. Myself, I've been scalping. I've been Mr. Scalp. Scalp in the market, pop out the market, in, out. So I get my bag and I run, so whatever news they come out with overnight or whenever over the weekend, be careful holding contracts over the weekend also. But whatever they come out with doesn't affect my account balance. All right, you guys, I'm in and I'm out. Now, if I see an opportunity, at something at a good price, I'll get in. Or I've been loading up on shares as well. Okay, but you guys be careful with contracts because they do expire. Shares don't expire. Contracts do. All right, so let's see, you guys. Protect your capital, and let's see what happens this week. All right, over and out.